everyone to this matchup between the PBG Alaskan Knights and American Gambits. And on our screens we have Anish Giri and Hikaru Nakamura, and joining me is the three-time British champion Grandmaster David Howell.
Well, it's nice to be here, Saga. We see another clash between two giants of the game. Hikaru opening with the move 1 pawn to b3. But this will be the last time we see Hikaru Nakamura in Season 2 of the Global Chess League. We will see Anish Giri back, however, tomorrow.
Yes, and look at Anish smiling there. Maybe he's... I don't know what is making him smile so much.
Some chess humour, who knows? Anish Giri, he's a very charismatic guy, a very humorous guy, and something has caught his attention. Oh, back to game face though, back looking serious as he decides on his next opening move.
Right, and b3 is the same opening that Hikaru Nakamura played against Magnus Carlsen at this tournament, and right now he has opted for something quite simple, bringing out both the knights.
I know what he was laughing at, Saga. It was on board 2, where we actually saw...
Someone trying in this knight endgame.
this is difficult to evaluate. It feels like a draw must be inevitable now because there's so few pawns, so few pieces left on this board. The pawn structure is imbalanced. We actually saw a very similar pawn structure when Hikaru met Magnus Carlsen in the event, earlier in the event. Black has 4 isolated pawns. That means pawns that do not support each other, protect each other. But at the same time, one of the black pawns is passed. That black c5 pawn in front of the white king, and if it can somehow knock back the blockader, which is going to be very difficult to do, then Anish might start to get ambitious. Saga, surely a draw there.
Yeah, looks like a draw here. Although look at Hikaru there. He's just giving it all that he has because these are the final few minutes for him at the Tech Mahindra Global Chess League. His team is not going to finish in top 2, but I believe Hikaru has really had a good time at this event. He's enjoying himself.
He's enjoying himself. I saw him last night. He was praising this league. He was saying this being part of a team has really inspired him. And yes, it hasn't gone according to plan in terms of the team and qualifying for the finals, but he'll be back and he'll be wanting to win this league, add it to his glittering CV.
Absolutely there. King moves backwards and Hikaru, what if he just brings the knight in and attacks this pawn?
Ooh, I think black will trade off knights maybe, and this is hard to evaluate, but the black passed pawn that I mentioned will run through, and white meanwhile on the other side of the board unable to get the pawns rolling.
But look at this, it's gotten sharp, David. He's pushed his pawn and Hikaru now has a passed pawn. It's running down the board. Anish brings his knight. The king moves forward. Is this an attempt to kind of create some problems for black?
Yeah, he's really asking questions of Anish Giri. It's a pawn sacrifice. White only has 2 left now. But knights are notoriously bad at stopping these corner pawns. These rooks pawns, as we call them, starting on these on the edge of the board, because the knight can only defend from one side. And yeah, knights hate to be tied down, these short-range pieces, often running out of squares if they can be attacked by fellow knights, or if the white king were ever able to make a dart towards the right flank here. But ultimately, the kings cancelling each other out. It feels like neither side can really make any progress.
Yeah, this one was just an attempt by Hikaru, but Anish is very solid. He knows that his position is defendable. His knight is doing the job of stopping the pawn. The black king is making sure that the white king does not run over here and try something. So it looks still like a very solid draw.
Yeah, I think what we'll see play out now is the white knight waiting, back and forth, blocking black's pawn. The black knight playing copycat, defending, waiting against the white pawn, and I think we'll see a friendly kind of meeting of the eyes as they both acknowledge that this game is fizzling out now.
Right, and very soon we might get a draw, but how about heading over to board number 3? There is Yu Yangi versus Shakhriyar Mamidyarov, and very close